Good morning. Welcome to Grandma B's Busy Life. I'm Brenda, and some of my favorite people call me Grandma B. Today I just wanted to sit down and have a little chat. I am such a busy person, and I get up and get going right from the start, and I don't slow down all day. And sometimes you just have to slow down and drink your coffee. My husband is really good at this. Grandpa B gets up about 2 hours before he needs to go to work and sits and drinks his coffee and relaxes in the morning. And I really need to learn to do that occasionally. And I decided that I'm just gonna sit down and have a cup of coffee and have a conversation. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that really is a deep part of me, and that is being frugal. I am super frugal. I am always looking for a deal. I am always looking to save money and to get high quality with less spent. So I'm going to talk to you about 20 frugal things that I do. Now, I got this idea from Christine on Frugal Fit Mom. She did a video a few weeks ago about 36 things frugal people don't do. And it just really got me thinking about what is it about me that is frugal, and what things do I do that help me save money. So I'm just going to talk to you about those. And the biggest thing, anybody who knows me very well knows that I coupon. And I am addicted to couponing because I can get such a great deal. But I don't do it like a lot of people do. I don't have any paper coupons. I just don't have the time to sort through them because my life is so busy. So I just use digital coupons and store promotions and rebate apps and combine those all together, and I get lots and lots of stuff free. And in fact, many times I come home and I got paid to shop. I really do save a lot of money couponing. I'm going to do a video next Tuesday on how to use the rebate apps to save money. They really are worth it if you know how to use them. And yes, they take time. They take time to figure out how to piece them all together, how to take a store sale and a coupon, a digital coupon, and a rebate app and put them together to make money shopping. And I will do that on next Tuesday. The second thing, though, that I do to combine with using the store promotions is I buy when the prices are really low. And then I buy in bulk and I store it. But you need to be really careful when you do this. If you are buying something in bulk that you're not going to use up before it goes bad, you should not be buying it in bulk. And if you don't have a good way to store it, you should not be buying in bulk. I would never buy a 25-pound bag of flour if I'm not going through flour at a pretty rapid rate, or if I don't have a food safe bucket to keep it in. I go through flour so fast that I do buy 25-pound bags of flour, and sometimes I buy 3 or 4 of them at a time because I do have good storage for them and I do go through them very quickly. But I would not buy a case of canned peas. We don't eat canned peas. But even if we were in dire circumstances, I would rather have something else that we will eat stored in my pantry. So even for long-term food storage, don't buy things in bulk that you're not going to eat, or things that you're not going to want to eat if you had nothing else. Store things that you would want to eat if you had to eat out of your pantry. Time for coffee, though. Oh, that's so good. So if you're buying in bulk, be conscientious about how you're storing it and how you're using it up. If you let food go to waste, you're not being frugal. You're not saving any money at all. Okay, the third thing that I do that is frugal is I cook from home almost every single meal. Even when I know I'm going to be working late, I plan ahead and I either put something in the crock pot or I plan a meal that will be quick to put together once I get home. That way I know when I'm driving home, I'm not tempted to stop at a fast food place and pick up food, because I know when I get home it's going to be quick and easy, or it'll already be done. Along with I cook at home, I don't buy convenience foods. Grandpa B buys convenience foods occasionally, and he'll bring home a bag of breaded fish or pizzas or things like that, and he brings them home on days when he knows I'm working late and wants to make sure that there's something that we can make quickly, and I really appreciate that. But I do know that convenience foods are more expensive. So if you can avoid convenience foods, foods that you find in the center of the grocery store, you can save money. If you shop the perimeter, you're getting the fresh food that you can create your meals with, and they're going to be less expensive in the long run than buying a pre-packaged meal, either in frozen, canned, or in a package. The fourth thing I do that is frugal is I make my own coffee. Now there's a debate about, should I use a Keurig or should I use a coffee pot? We choose to use a Keurig, and that's actually cheapest for us. It is not cheaper for us to make a pot of coffee. Here's why. I coupon and I get the little Keurig cups very, very cheap. And it's about, I pay anywhere between 10 to 25 cents per cup. And if we made a pot of coffee, we only drink 2 cups. But Grandpa B drinks his cup at 3:30 in the morning. I drink my cup about 7 in the morning. So I would have to make a new pot because I really don't want warmed up coffee. So we would waste a lot of coffee by making 2 pots of coffee when we're only drinking 2 cups. So in the long run, it's cheaper that way. And I don't buy Starbucks. I have a really good travel mug, and I just make my coffee at home and take it with me. The fifth thing that I do that is very frugal is I'm not brand loyal. There are some times when the brand matters and I buy name brand. But most of the time I don't find a difference. And when I don't see a difference and I don't have a coupon or a rebate that makes the name brand cheaper than the generic, I buy generic. But much of the time I can get the name brand way cheaper than the generic just by using my apps. Many of the generic brands are actually made by the name brand companies and just packaged and labeled for the stores. So I just don't see a difference most of the time. When I can get it cheaper by buying generic, I buy generic. The sixth thing I do that is frugal is I price compare and I check reviews. I don't always buy what's cheapest. When I buy a big ticket item, I rarely buy the cheapest one. If you buy a washing machine and it's the very cheapest you can buy, brand new, it's likely not to last you as long as if you spent a couple $100s more to get a nicer quality. So make sure that you're checking the reviews and checking to see that you're getting a good quality. Most of the time I like to buy middle ground, actually closer to the top of the middle ground. So I want to buy the best quality for the lowest price. And that takes a little bit of research. But on big ticket items, I definitely don't buy the cheapest one because it's not going to last. The seventh thing I do that is frugal is I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Oh, I Jones sometimes, and I get jealous and I want, but I don't try to keep up. If my neighbor has an RV, I'm happy for them. I don't have an RV. Do I wish I had an RV? Yes. But am I going to go into debt to get one? No. I don't try to have all of the things that all of my friends have. Some of my kids even have nicer things than I do, and I'm okay with that. That brings me to number 8 thing that I do that is frugal, and I know the difference between a need and a want. And this is a constant battle in my house. Grandpa B doesn't seem to know the difference. He would say he needs a new dirt bike. Needs. He needs it. He doesn't need it. He wants it. And I have to remind him, not now. Now's not the time. We're saving for a house. And so he struggles with that. But knowing the difference between a need and a want helps you to make better financial decisions as you move forward. The 8th thing that I do that is frugal is I don't pay for cable. But this could be a trap. Cable used to be all inclusive. You bought cable, you got all the channels. But now you can pick and choose what channels you want to pay for. This could be a trap, so be careful. If you've canceled cable and you use Netflix and Hulu and all the other streaming services, pay attention to what you're actually watching. If you never click on Hulu, quit paying for it. Or if you only click on it for 1 or 2 shows and you say, are these shows really worth $9 a month or whatever you pay for Hulu? Then if the answer is yes, then pay for it. But if you can't justify the couple of shows that you watch on a particular streaming app, get rid of it. Cancel it. I get CBS All Access when Big Brother's on. And then as soon as Big Brother's over, I cancel it. It's worth the $6 a month to me to watch Big Brother while it's on. After it's over, I cancel it. And I get it back as soon as Big Brother comes back. I know. I have an addiction to reality TV. One really great streaming app is Prime because it's a double benefit. And the frugal side of me loves that. I not only get entertainment, I get music and movies and TV, but I also get free shipping on my Amazon order. So Amazon Prime is my recommended. Love it. The 10th thing that I do that makes me frugal is I'm picky about my subscription boxes. I do get a produce box every week. I either get it from a produce co-op group in my town or I get it from Misfits Market. But I don't get any other subscription boxes. I don't get a makeup box. I don't get a scent box. I don't get any subscription boxes. I've found that they really are set up by the marketing companies to get you to buy new products. And they give you a small sample so that you love it, so you'll go buy the full sample in the store. That's what those subscription boxes are about. And I don't think they're trying to trick you. That's just the purpose of them. And it's great for the people who really do want to try brand new things. But for me, rather than spending $30 on a subscription box for makeup, I'd rather just go out and spend $30 on makeup that I know I like. Same with clothing. Rather than have $40 a month clothing be sent to me, I'd rather just go out to the store and spend $40 and buy clothing. The reality is I never spend that much. I don't need that much. And I definitely don't need a bunch of sample size things sent to me every month. So I don't buy subscription boxes unless I know for sure that I'm going to use everything in the box and that it's a real value for me, not just exciting to get new stuff. The 11th frugal thing I do is I know my credit score. And my credit score has run the gamut. I've been very, very low and moderately high. I've never had a really high credit score. But I've really been working the past few years to raise my credit score. And the biggest thing for me that's affecting my credit score is my credit card usage. That's something I do that is not frugal. I use credit cards. I am working diligently to pay them down and I'm making progress, but I definitely know my credit score. And as soon as I started paying attention to my credit score, that's when I realized my credit card usage was really causing me problems on my credit score. The 12th thing I do that is frugal is I don't spend time doing nothing. And this is kind of a joke in my family. My kids say, especially my daughter-in-law Kim, says that I'm like the Energizer Bunny, because I really do. I get up in the morning and I'm go, 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 go. And I never sit still. And even if I sit to watch a show, I'm crocheting. I'm binge watching Grey's Anatomy, and I watch it while I'm working in the kitchen because I have a great big TV in my kitchen. Look. a great big TV in my kitchen. I love it. I travel for work, and when I'm sitting at the airport, I'll read a book, I'll do a puzzle, like a crossword puzzle or something like that. I cannot stand to sit still. I'm frugal with my time. I want to keep busy. I want to enjoy a book, so I listen to a book while I drive. I'm always combining multiple activities and don't waste my time, which is why stopping and drinking the coffee and taking a coffee break at least one day a week is important. All right, the 13th thing I do that is frugal is I take advantage of free activities. When there's a local concert or a fair or a carnival, parade, free day at the zoo, free day at the fair, free day at the museum, I go. I took my kids to so many free things when they were young. Not now because of COVID, but I cannot wait till I can start taking my grandkids all over the place. Now that I live close to them, I really want to start taking them to all of the free events that I used to take my kids to. But even as an adult, I go to free events. The 14th thing I do that is frugal is I don't upgrade my phone just because the contract's up. But this is annoying. Can I just say this is annoying? Because as soon as my contract's up, my phone seems to slow down. Does anybody else experience that? Do you think that there's a conspiracy with the phone companies that as soon as your contract's up, something's wrong with your phone? Seems to always happen that way. But I keep my same phone until I really cannot use it again. Especially today when phones can be up to $2,000. What? I could buy a used car for that. So I'm going to keep my phone as long as possible. The 15th thing I do that is frugal is a controversy in my home. I don't start the dishwasher when it's half full. Not only does Grandpa B start it when it's half full, but when it's full, he puts 2 dishwasher pods in it. Yeah, it's a sore point for us. Yeah. Those dishwasher pods are expensive. And they don't come up on coupons very often. I don't like wasting them. The 16th thing I do that is frugal is I avoid fees. I make sure I pay my bills on time so I don't get any late fees. I make sure I don't overdraft my bank account. I watch it closely because those fees can send you in a vicious spiral. And they can make it cost you so much more money just to get back to zero. So I'm very careful about avoiding fees. The 17th thing I do that is frugal is I don't buy more house than I need. Now, I guess that's not true. This house I'm living in right now is rented. We were leaving Vegas and coming here, and the market was tough and we could not buy a house at that time. We tried and just kept getting outbid. So we're renting right now. But we're getting ready to purchase a new home. And we're looking at this point, and we are looking for a smaller home. You have to heat and cool and clean every bit of the house. And the bigger the house, the more you have to do. And the bigger house you buy, the more it costs. So we are looking for a smaller home. Having 5 bedrooms with 2 people in the house who share the same room isn't necessary. And many people buy bigger and bigger and bigger homes, and they're beautiful. And I want to have a bigger home, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay the ticket price. I don't want to pay to cool it. I don't want to pay to heat it, and I don't want to have to clean it. So looking for a smaller home is something that I do that is frugal. The 18th thing I do that is frugal is that we eat our leftovers. Not only do I package up leftovers for lunches for me and for Grandpa B, but I try to repurpose my leftovers. If I have rice left over, I'll save it and purposely find a meal in the next couple of days where I can use that leftover rice. The 19th thing I do that is frugal is I repurpose things. I hate throwing things away. And I like to see that they can have another use. When I'm getting rid of stuff in my home, I donate it. But I also reuse things within my house. All of my drawers have cut up cereal and cracker boxes, because if you cut the top off of the cereal box and just leave about this much on the bottom, it makes a perfect little tray. And I use those for my drawer liners. Why not? They're free. I've already paid for them for the cereal that was inside. I also repurpose ice cream buckets, glass jars that I cannot can with, like a jelly jar or a pickle jar that doesn't have a lid that I can recan. You can still store dry goods in those. I also repurpose my kitchen scraps. When I cut the ends off of an onion, a celery, a carrot, tomato, I just put them in a bag in the freezer and just leave them until I have a full bag, and then I make veggie broth, or I make a bone broth if I happen to have bones from a chicken or a turkey or a roast that we ate. And if you haven't seen my bone broth video, I'll link it in the end cards. It'll come up somewhere here on the screen so that you can watch it at the end. The 20th thing, and maybe the most important thing I do that is frugal, is I don't shop for entertainment. I don't, hey, let's go to the mall. It's not in my personality. It's never been in my personality, but I think it's because I'm frugal. I don't window shop. I have no interest in going to Target just to see, because I don't have a hankering for something new. I'm content with what I have. So I don't window shop, and I don't shop for entertainment. You know, one of the biggest things that will happen when you do window shop is marketing will get you every time. They always have the display set up perfectly. As you walk in the store, that item that they want you to buy is the first thing you're going to see. They're on the end caps. So even if you don't go down the aisle, you see what they're wanting you to buy on the ends. And it's not always the best deal. It's just what company paid the store the best money to get that prime spot for you to see it, so you will buy it. Something that I do when I do, I said do. There's a little bit of child inside of me at all times. When I do go shopping, I take a list and I stick to my list. The frugal side of me doesn't allow me to impulse buy. If I see something that I know for sure I need and I just didn't add to my list, I'll still pick it up. But I try very hard not to impulse buy. Even if I see something like, oh, I've been wanting that, but it's not really something I need, and it's not something that I'm going to use, I still avoid it. And the list really helps, but you have to follow your list. The act of writing the list is not enough. The act of writing the list and taking it to the store, not enough. You have to follow it. You have to get what's on your list and nothing else, and don't veer off the path. Stick to the list. So those are 20 things that I do that are frugal. I would love to hear some of the things that you do that are frugal that I didn't mention, or even some of the things that I mentioned. What ones do you do? And which ones do you not do? Just leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear about what you do that is frugal. And if you enjoyed just sitting down and having a cup of coffee with me and having a little conversation, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. All of those help my channel to grow and get out to more people and help you see the videos as I put them out. Thank you for sitting down and having a cup of coffee with me and helping me to slow down and drink the coffee. See you again soon.